Hey guys, it's your scientist TV man. Today is a super special day, 'cause guess what? Episode 70 Part 3 is finally here. Now, brace yourselves, 'cause this episode gets real sad. We gotta say goodbye to Dark Speaker Man and my personal fave, Plungerman. Rest in peace, brothers. It's gonna be a wild ride, so buckle up. But before we start, make sure to subscribe and like. This episode starts from very end of part 2 where Plungerman and Dark Speaker Guy escapes from the room, but have you noticed this egg toilet? This was showed to us by Creek Fake Leak. Then Plungerman escapes from the door with Dark Speaker, then we look someone is banging the door, but this is not in part 2. But POV Plungerman refuses and focuses on the forward, then they flew and it seems to me G-Man toilet is nearby, then we see door automatically opens and we see transmission error and recording error on the top with green glow. Well, this happened second time. Now let's focus on analysis. The Plungerman looks back and we see Dark Speakerman also and especially toilet also came here and moved towards forward. Then Plungerman uses device to stay the bunker remain opened. After this we see scientist toilet listening secret agent. Phrase, welcome by secret agent. Then we see scientist look back and toilet starts attacking, but with the help of device Plungerman gets saved. And then scientist press some button on his body and goes to the right and starts using his own made lasers, but before they attack the Plungerman stops it. But second one successfully manages to destroy. Still Plungerman stops it also. Then Professor tries to escape but Plungerman again stopped the door from opening. Then scientist presses a button to teleport but shockingly Plungerman stopped it with secret agent's device. And then scientist attacks with his lasers but Plungerman dodges it suddenly. Dark Speakerman also attacks with knife. To rescue Plunger cameraman comes but shit through him. And scientists destroy Dark Speakerman into pieces, then Plungerman tries to attack. But scientist stops, then from back Dark Speakerman comes and tries to kill the face, then scientist throws him and Plunger man successfully destroys second eye with Plunger. After this scientist attacks with laser but Plungerman stops with his gun, and then scientist attacks with laser again on Dark Speakerman. Blood, if I was there then I will be killed him. Then scientist starts his machine on his bottom and tries to teleport, but big TV agent arrives with reinforcements. He said a phrase also which sound like, "Where are you going?" And then take something black smoke. This is very new to us. Honestly, I'm really scared. 'Cause if toilet gets this energy, then it would be difficult to TP. Then scientist attack with laser but TV man big does not feel anything and uses his TV with this scientist starts falling back and the computer destroys. Then Professor presses a button and door underground opens, then TV man says come back. And all agents came back. But a fake scientist toilet appears with red eyes. Which means whenever a toilet has a red eye it's mean it's robot. This robot uses his lasers and destroy the door and injures TV man, while this from back door speaker woman, TV woman and my beloved camera woman also comes here and directly enters in behind the robot, and large Gigachad cameraman comes and makes a hole. And cameraman also destroys one of the laser, then suddenly this robot starts attacking on Giga but our hero dodges. All of us were thought that he died but he fell down to destroy Giga. He starts using his laser but the woman squad attacked on Professor Toilet and this robot starts rotating among this room and then stops. Then we see women squad is using their knives and manages to kill the scientist, then Professor throws TV woman, camera woman at the end speaker woman. Then this Dr. Toilet tries to escape but then he sees Titans, then Toilet rotates and shouts but then Titan camera takes him and firstly burns his mouth with his blue flame. But while this, have you noticed this thing, the left TV shoulder, it's destroyed, but how? We will discuss it later. Then after tasting this Toilet throw towards TV Titan with a happy face, Titan crack the head of Toilet. Then passes to Speakerman Titan and this Titan is super excited, firstly uses his hands, removes the flame, then uses speakers and starts badly attacking on Professor, this because he wanted to take revenge from him what he did with an EP32, EP65, EP67. Then this Titan throws and scientist got cooked. After this, Plungerman removes the lens protector with a sad music. TV man agent teleports and says just scratches, but his man TV is broken. Then Plungerman comes towards Dark Speakerman for the final time. They do handshake and then Dark Speakerman died while this TV woman is crying, and also my beloved camera woman. And suddenly Plungerman starts glitching and we can see lucky camera guy, as I predicted. He is not died and it happened. But he turns because he is feeling guilty about the events took place. Then we see twins when they glow. Suddenly secret agent call Plungerman towards his lab, and I think so this is place in TV base. Then we see secret agent with one camera head, speaker head, TV head, and rest computer head, which means that he has created alliance. But have you noticed this notebook? I think so this is secret agent's diary. Then he says something, well done. Thanks to you. The scientist is cooked, however the bigger threat is coming. That's why. No evidence left except one: certain things have to stay secret. After, with a glitch, Plungerman starts firing up. Then TV woman stops camera woman to save cause it could be dangerous. We can't help him except scientist or reinforcements. And then finally Plungerman gives Titan camera a final thumbs up. Rest in peace, brothers. You are unforgettable. What's next? The floppy disk is probably the remote control that the lucky cameraman used. When scientist toilet tried to use it, he was interfered and the remote control fell in floor. The green cameraman probably picked it up and gave it back to secret agent since it originally belonged to him. Next theory: here's the issue with the red eyes. We have seen two red-eyed toilets get flushed, but if they aren't real given they're robots, then they shouldn't be flushable. First one was the Skibidi Saint toilet back in episode 8, and next was the plain toilet in episode 51 that TCM flushes. Not to mention the Skibidi Saint toilet was able to freely swap his eyes from normal to red due to becoming mad at G interruption. Next two theories: the Skibidi toilets were once humans who discovered the Astro toilets and converted the human race into Skibidi to join the Astro Empire, but the agent refused and built the Alliance machines to destroy the Earth Skibidi. But now that the Astros have broken their alliance with the Earth toilets, they'll likely return and destroy everything. The agent knows what's coming and needs things to stay secret, both not to spoil the surprise and to protect all intel from these alien invaders. Next theory: Skibidi toilet might try to ally the Astro, but Astro toilets hate the Gman and the scientist. I think they will take a step where three races plus Skibidi versus the Astro toilets, and the computer agents plus the simp cameraman might be in the allies or the Skibidi toilet. Even you had mentioned that Plunger cameraman is dead, right? But he took whatever his memories were there in him, and he might put in the new body of a new agent so that he continues to serve the secret agent and the computer race. Next one, my theory is that the floppy disk is Dark Speakerman's memory because he is actually dead, as he saw his head sort of fall apart, and that, like you said, Plunger camera is simply turned off, but when his body stops shooting sparks and the flames, if there are any go out, TV woman would teleport him to the Alliance base and they would try to repair him. Broken screen. As for Titan TV man, we saw there were two Astro toilets, so on the way to the opening I suspect that the Titans had an encounter with the second one, and in that fight his TV monitor got damaged. Mini Titan Cinema Man. I have a theory related to the Mini Titan Cinema Man, which is what I'm calling him. The one with the black and white beam. What I think is that the TV man were trying to upgrade themselves, but there were a lot of failed attempts, which is why there are so less of them. But Mini Titan Cinema Man was the only success, but the TV men didn't want to risk it, so he was the only one, but somehow they had ended up making him much more durable, so he was constantly getting upgrades and nothing happened to him except when the laser hit the door. I think how one cameraman survived and didn't even have a scratch was that he was in front of Mini Titan Cinema Man, so Mini Titan Cinema Man's body protected him. And one last theory. The computer race. As for the computer race, if Boom were to create them, my idea for their power would be that they could take an electronic device and code it to another purpose by simply just touching it, or they would be a stronger TV man, and I think their weapon would be like a sort of phone that can make the coding process faster. Something I want in the series. I want a 3D printer race, and they would be pretty useful. Basically, they could 3D print anything, and each size had a different size limit. For example, the normal one would have the smallest limit while the Titan WOD have the biggest. The Scient 3D printer man could basically pick anything that he did or didn't create and use those pieces to revive Alliance members. The 3D printer woman would be able to shape-shift anything she created into something else instead of it having a one-time thing. The jetpack they would use would come with tubes that carry whatever 3D printers use to 3D print stuff, so it would have a big supply. Their main weapon, I'm thinking, would be like a dagger or a scythe they can use. Theory 6th, I think the full version will conclude with a secret part, probably so, and there we will know what's next. Like 69, we have saw some additional scenes like it. We will see what happened after death of Duo. How Titan TV man injured. Next theory, the details I missed? While Plungerman was flying towards the professor toilet. Something is written. I carefully watched. It's written, Scientist Base, second. Why TV Titans 1 TV is destroyed? I think so. Maybe Astro Toilet once again appeared, or there are some traps set for Titans. That's my theory. Theory 8th. I think when the tragedy transmission error and recording error are in the episode, probably means that the secret agent is near, like an episode 70 part 3, when the secret agent was talking to the scientist, the transmission error and recording error popped up, and when he finished talking to the scientist, it was gone, so that means when the transmission recording error is on the screen or camera, it means the secret agent is present. Theory 9th, I think so. The cameraman Titan got hand. Theory 10, in my theory, there will be no way that Plungerman will be gone, but some will be the next POV, and as I could predict, Simp Cameraman will appear soon in the future episode, since Scientist Cameraman will explore the map where the fight has ended. As Scientist Cameraman curious to know where's Plungerman, he could fix it in no time, but the memory of Plungerman will start a new journey. As if when reincarnated Plungerman saw them back. Well, that's a bigger hit to the lore. Theory 11, I have a theory. About this scene. If you notice, the speaker, the camera and the TV are all on one side, representing the Alliance, the secret agent in the middle, since he is totally neutral, and the computer on the other side, so I think the computer man is not what we really think they are. Theory 12, after being defeated with Astro's 76th EP, we will see new race which will create their own Titan. And there will be more stronger than Titan TV man. Theory 13, regarding the undead cameraman. Dead/unrevivable Alliance members would have their hard disks containing their past self's information and memory implanted into a new body, which that new body would be identical to their past selves, but have new powers, such as the ones demonstrated in the episode. I also believe these undead/reincarnated Alliance members are their own type of Alliance members, as a sort of the series equivalent to spy agents and intelligence gatherers, working for none other than the secret agent himself. Also, I believe Lucky Cameraman was a trial agent, and thus wasn't given new powers yet aside from the hacking device, which is why he was seen alongside the secret agent back in episode 67 observing the battlefield. Theory 14, I think the twin cameraman we see in EP 69 was being controlled by Boom in that episode. Here's why. When they were walking, they were looking at Plunger only kinda sus one of the twins try to handshake Lucky, but eventually we end up seeing them doing this. That could have been foreshadowing them being on the same side. I know that's a stretch, but still. When Michael was chasing them, they could have turned invisible to get out of that situation to make it look like they died. Or they could have teleported. I only say this because we didn't see anybody parts flying around or anything. If I'm right, at least we have an explanation on how they are alive. Hopefully when the full episode comes out, there will be a secret scene confirming this. Theory 15, about release date. I think so. This episode will release between February 25th to February 28th cause boom. We'll take a long break after preparing full version. Theory 16, the secret agent mentioned this battle. He might revive the 2 deceased special agents but works under him. Remember that he revived the lucky cameraman. The deceased agents might be a special division army working direct under him or maybe upgrade them to a new race. Hence why their existence can't be revealed for now. The base created the first generation of toilets with the mentioned 2 in the list as the first 2 prototypes for Skibdi and Astro. The secret agent became a new administrator after the government knew the Skibdi virus was getting out of hand or the scientists were going against their orders. Hence why they look unhappy. The secret agent, however, came in too late and can no longer control the situation. So he created the agents. Why was the TV book in base? Could be they were the secret agent's most current creation at the time before the toilets took over, so the secret agent left in a hurry and didn't have enough time to retrieve the book. As to why he was talking to scientists' toilet. The scientists may have been the lead researcher and a close friend before he was turned into the toilet. He might want to reason with his old friend to surrender but failed. He had to kill the 2 special agents since they might make the Alliance, his own creation, think he was manipulating them. But I believe the 2 will return. They are fan favorites and you know that attracts more viewers. That's all, guys.